Welcome to Bearcouch TV. We're going to be watching new gameplay today by Game Informer
Welcome
for
to Gameplay
Fire Emblem Engage. I just want to check this out to see exactly what they got to offer because we follow all RPGs here on the channel. Let's sit back, relax, and watch all the great gameplay from the Fire Emblem series.
Big first party release this year.
I mean, maybe one of the first major releases of this year, period. I mean, Nintendo
Oh,
was the ones that brought us Pokemon Legends Arceus pretty early in 2020.
Oh, they brought us Pokemon Legends Arceus. The same people who doing this one. Oh, wow. Bro, I still haven't got why they got the two clone colors. Still don't understand that, but eventually it'll be explained to me. Oh wow, this looks really good, really crisp.
Yeah, it's
like this. You know what I'm saying?
He's aimed for February now.
Oh, they aim for February. Ooh, level up. Yo, we got wings.
January is theirs.
Oh, okay. Well, what exactly all they got in this game? I want to actually know.
Between Arceus and now Fire Emblem Engage, I think that they're onto something. 11 hours into
oh, so basically you kind of like have a so you attack with like kind of like a companion, like ghost, or somebody you embody with a ring. I'm guessing it seems that way.
Really good time. I've only done a few battles and like kind of walking around in the area.
Then again, this is a Fire Emblem game. Oh wow,
It's
they have really nice cinematics always.
yes. Like there's a lot of anime inspired events happening. I will say that. I think that we're safe to say that without spoiling anything.
Okay.
But yeah, the visuals it's a good looking game. All the strategy that you've come to expect from the Fire Emblem franchise is fully intact with Engage. There are some new mechanics that Wes would like to talk about that because I'm sure you've experienced that.
Yes, tell us about these new mechanics. Oh, whoa, his wings got fans on them.
On screen, I used the Engage mechanic, which obviously is the game's namesake, but essentially certain characters can wear or have emblem rings, and emblem rings let them tap into like the power and battlefield experience and like almost like the soul, I guess you could say, of like past Fire Emblem characters.
Oh, okay. So basically, we're getting a bunch of fanfare with a bunch of different Fire Emblem characters, which is dope.
In an Engage or in an emblem ring, and they can open the Marth at any time and utilize his power. They get a special move. They can move farther on the map.
Oh, okay. So anytime you press the engage mode, you get those abilities. Oh, that's great. Well, you probably also level up and all that
I don't know if it's because you're just not supposed to or what, but like my character just completely dodges every attack when I have engaged to Marth in this.
It does seem like a very, very powerful tactic, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yes, because this is still a tactic RPG. As long as we got tactics, that's all that really matter.
But I'm a little worried about the difficulty because of the engage mechanic.
And difficulty is a problem.
4 heroes with emblem rings, so that's 4 pretty much unstoppable tanks on the field. And
okay.
That's a super awesome healing ability to let you heal every single ally you have on the field pretty much to full health.
Wow.
And so
that's
I'm not necessarily feeling a lot of difficulty, but I'm not like upset about it.
Okay. So I guess
the difficulty will ramp up soon based on where I'm heading in this.
Oh, that makes sense. Progression.
And
that's what a lot of games are missing nowadays is progression.
I'm steamrolling enemies. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I've had one battle where I think one of my characters was starting to get a little low on health, but it wasn't like a problem, Like I think it was just like
okay. So basically, you're saying difficulty, as far as you're concerned, is not a concern, but eventually it'll be something. What is these black spaces? What is that? I'm not. It keeps eating space. I'm seeing it. Is it encroaching power? What the heck is it?
Yeah,
especially since
they fight back
through Super Smash.
Oh, they got counters.
It's the case for a lot of people these days.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I do think that the difficulty's got to ramp up at some point.
Yeah, so far where I'm at in the story, we're kind of just I still sense we're in the beginning, but like I think some drama's on the way, and I imagine that's where things start to ramp up.
Okay, what the? Ooh,
optional things like the script.
Yo, these cinematics is fire. God, dog, he ain't got to overkill like that.
I'm over leveling, but again, if that's in the game, if I have these optional battles, that's not really on me necessarily, But like,
you spent a
Okay, so
time with
it's
Fire
kind of
Emblem Three
you don't
Houses,
get that same thing you got in the last one where you have to
that's
be
a
like
decent amount of time.
in
How many
town.
visuals do you think
You get a world map and you get to
really
go place to place through the world map. That's pretty good.
a lot of
That's
just beautiful visuals?
so a lot of people didn't like the last Fire Emblem with the
Does it compare
actual,
time into both
like having to do like side quest stuff. Oh, look like they got hub world, right?
like stunned by specifically.
Okay, at least you don't got to do the classes and stuff like that.
All things Nintendo. You know, we've talked a lot about Pokemon lately.
Oh, at least you got the run function. Thank goodness we can run.
Area, it looks pretty good, but like if you look beyond the actual, where things are happening, trees are just like nothing, and like
so not great draw distance.
unfortunately, I'm not
Got you.
necessarily like surprised that a Nintendo game has lacking visuals.
Oh, you got a practice room. All right, so you can practice combat. Oh, that's dope.
Move the little battle scene.
This look like
play out.
Wait, this look kind of like freeform battle.
At least on par with Three Houses, if not better. I'm due to dip back into Three Houses to see, but if memory holds up, then I would say this game looks as well, if not better, in most instances.
And I know we can't spoil anything really, but like, how do you feel about the narrative and like kind of the direction of the story when compared to something like Three Houses?
Yeah, tell us.
So you can. I wrote a little.
Yo, that Nintendo Switch look like it's chugging.
This story is a lot more classic fantasy, and it's a little more. I don't want to say predictable, but like, it seems like a very just kind of basic fantasy story.
Okay, basic fantasy story. Okay, that's great from at least the beginning as far as you've gotten. But I will say this: if you want me to play here on the channel, please explode on that like button and let me know in the comment section. Because Fire Emblem is an RPG and we play all RPGs here. Open world, tactics, 2D, 3D, old and new. We accept it all here. So don't be shy. Go ahead, hit that like button, and then tell me in the comment section if you want me to play this game here on the channel.
So I definitely, it's disappointing that it hasn't really gone in any interesting or unpredictable directions as of yet with your playthrough. I was kind of hoping that it would pick up somewhat soon for me, but it seems like I still have a ways to go before we even have the potential to get to that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping.
Well, it looks like they didn't even get like halfway through the game, which is good sign because if a Fire Emblem game starts out really easy and gives you a lot of optional quests at the beginning, probably towards the end it's going to get it probably really difficult and not have all that extra stuff. But hey, at least they brought back the classic elements, and hopefully it will be a good experience, and we get to see past people from the Fire Emblem series. So again, it's good fan service as well as some decent gameplay.
Kind of, by the books. If you are familiar with fantasy in books or movies or games, then you kind of know what this is doing after the first hour.
And then how do you feel, kind of same question, but about like how the gameplay plays out versus Three Houses?
Yeah. How is it?
Is shockingly very similar to me, only because I played Three Houses. And this sounds negative, and it would be negative for any other game, but Three Houses to me was like a very checklisty game. But I played like I would go do my battles on the world map and continue the story. And then when I came to check in at the monastery, I had like my routine. I would go check in with these people. I'd go give gifts. I would go do this and that. And I'm kind of already doing the same thing here at this primary hub, which is called Somniel.
Oh,
that's how I like to play these games. I like to like make a routine of checking back in on the castle, picking up the items that have been scattered.
Okay, that makes sense. Having a checklist.
Meals.
Yeah.
So I think that's on me, but that's how I like to play it. If you don't want to check into this castle too often, I have not seen any indication that you need to. And then in the combat.
See, exactly. We don't have to check back in. That's all we need to know. And they got doggos.
Pet the dog, which is absurd to me because you can adopt dogs and
but you can't pet them
and even sheep on like the battlefield after the combat on the battlefield, I should say. And then you can put them out in like your little pasture here at Somniel, and you can look at them and press A to make them do an action like the dog was barking, but you can't pet them.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. Well,
but at least you can.
at least we know that now. We can work out with the dogs and all that great stuff. But I gotta go. It seems like there's more Fire Emblem Engage out there, and we're preparing to engage. So let me know in the comments section what we're gonna do here on Bear Cow TV. I'll see you next time.
What?
It's